I am Lamarsha Lewis. Let's talk. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I wanted to share the shirt that I'm wearing with you today. I thought it was a cute shirt when I saw it in the store. It says, "Faith will get you everywhere. A virus will keep you at home." Let's talk. Today is Thursday, November the 19th, 2020, and I hope everyone is having a great day. I want to talk to you about a few things that's currently going on around the world and in our country. As you many know, we will be celebrating Thanksgiving a week from today. Actually, it would be next Thursday, November the 26th, and because of the current pandemic that we are still in the pandemic. It has not gone away. In fact, many cases are rising throughout the United States. CDC guidelines are asking us if we would please adhere to their recommendation that we practice social distancing, and most of all, they're asking if we would just celebrate the Thanksgiving holidays this year, 2020, with just our immediate family, the family that we have in our homes. They're asking if we will not be doing any travel because of the spike of the coronavirus has increased. It is not decreasing. In fact, it's climbing back up, and we're just trying to get through the winter season. So I hope that you would adhere to their guidelines, adhere to their request to just have a Thanksgiving this year with your immediate family. I have seen where many people are talking about doing virtual Thanksgiving with their family and friends. That's a good idea, as we all have been doing many things with virtual, from the classroom to church services and things of that perspective. So let's just adhere to the guidelines. We want to practice being safe. We want to make sure that our family, especially our elderly family members, are safe. And we want to continue to be able to celebrate holidays. We want to be able to celebrate Thanksgiving, Christmas of this year, the New Year will be coming in, and many more different holidays that we would get to experience, hopefully in our normal perspective. But because of currently still being in this pandemic, I think it is very vital, it is very crucial that we would just adhere to the recommendation to please not travel. Please just do Thanksgiving with your immediate family. And I think we can still all have a great and happy, prosperous Thanksgiving if we just adhere to these guidelines. Because what's important is having your family safe, especially our elderly people. And many schools are having to close because children are testing positive to the coronavirus. It had initially been stated that not many kids would have to worry about testing positive to coronavirus or COVID-19. As we're currently seeing, that is not the case. We have to practice cautiousness for our children as well, safety measures. So please wear a mask whenever you're out in public. Please, let's try to make sure we social distance by being 6 feet apart. In this Thanksgiving that we will be coming up next Thursday, when we're in our homes with our immediate family, we still need to practice being as cautious as possible. We need to practice, if possibly, being 6 feet apart. No more, I believe they have stated now, like 4 people. And just let's practice using good judgment and things of this perspective, because it's very crucial. We don't know when this pandemic will be over. Hopefully soon it will be over, but we have to just practice being cautious. We also are heard what the President-elect Biden has been talking with various companies that's trying to get a vaccine. Hopefully that will soon take place, but it's still, the vaccine has to make sure it goes through the precautionary, make sure that it's tested and that it's safe for people to take, and that it would be a healthy cure to hopefully soon end this COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic that we currently are experiencing, and that has taken so many of our loved ones, our family, our friends. We have to stay prayed up for those that are essential workers, like doctors, nurses, janitors, just everyone, teachers, administrators, everyone that's on the front lines, parents as well, our elderly people. We just have to practice being cautious and using good judgment and just adhering to what the guidelines are from the CDC, and just practicing using all of those guidelines that they have given out to us. Practice social distancing, 6 feet apart, wear a mask, wash your hands, and just practice being cautious as possible. I'm from the state of Mississippi, and as of November the 18th, 2020, which was actually yesterday, Wednesday, it was reported 1,395 new cases of COVID-19. As I stated, this is not decreasing, it's increasing. So please be mindful and practice using safe measures for yourself, your children, your family, your friends. We also had 19 deaths on yesterday in the state of Mississippi, 169 LTC outbreaks. This thing is not going away, people, so we have to make sure that we use our own safety measures, because I live in a state where the governor is a Trump supporter, so therefore he's not wanting to shut down our state. He's not really wanting us to wear masks. It's just various counties that he has asked or mandated to wear masks and things from this perspective. But I have enough sense to know that I have to use the best judgment for myself and my family. I can't let someone that has no concern about me, he'd rather make sure that he's pleasing a man that refuses to wear a mask than to actually practice giving us true safety measures, where a mandate should be that everyone wear a mask. And that many are also stating it would be best at this time if they do lock down, like they had did previously when this coronavirus first started. We just have to practice being cautious and making sure that we have lives, because we have lost over 240 something thousand Americans. Those are lives. That's, as it's been stated, those are people that would not be at anyone's Thanksgiving table this year. Those are people that would not be on someone's family member's Christmas list. Those are people that will not get to share and see what 2021 will be bringing. 2020 has been a year of experiences for all of us. It's a year that no one expected to be experiencing a pandemic. No one expected where we did have to shut down our country, our government, our economy, and things of that perspective. But we're not God. I think it's important to realize we are not God, and God is in control. His word tells us he will put no more than we can bear, and with him all things are possible. When he gets ready for this pandemic to end, he would do that. But we have to also do our part. That's why it's very important to wash your hands. It's very important to practice social distancing. It's very important to wear a mask. I think that cannot be stressed enough. It's very important to wear a mask. And one Thanksgiving where we may have to sacrifice, where we normally will have as many family and friends over, this year we're going to have to do it a little different, because what's important is to be able to come back to a normal routine where we can have our family and friends over. It don't even have to be Thanksgiving. Once this pandemic is over, I think everybody will have their own personal celebration with their family, with their friends. And I'm sure as a country, we also would just be celebrating, like many people danced in the street once we found out that President-elect and Vice President-elect Biden and Harris were the new administration that would take place in 2021. So things don't always go our way, but it's not the end of the world. And by that, what I mean, sometimes we have to sacrifice now so that we can have better tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, or later, in simpler terms. So let's just be conscious of that, and just know that this year it will be a little different. Please, if you don't have to travel, please, let's just stay home. Have your Thanksgiving dinner. That's what I plan to do. I plan to cook and be able to just have immediate family, which is, I don't have a big immediate family right now because my family, children, things have their own. But at the same time, just have your immediate family and have a happy Thanksgiving. I also want to talk about, we got 62 days to the countdown. When I say 62 days through the countdown, that means Trump administration will soon be over. He has not conceded. Maybe he won't. And at this point in time, I don't think it's really relevant to even talk about whether he has or has not conceded, because we the people have spoken, as I have stated in many previous videos. We the people, which are the United States citizens of the United States, went to the polls, made our voices heard, and our votes count, and we chose to be the next president, Joseph Biden, the next vice president, Kamala Harris. So the Republican Party really needs to stop enabling Trump. This is not right. This is it's just sad times where you have the president of the United States not being willing to concede an election because he can't accept the fact that he lost. He lost. Get over it. It's time to move forward. He has not even been doing his job because he's still sulking like a little baby because he knows he lost the election. He needs to do his job because there is 62 days left, and I will be so grateful when those 62 days are up and he is out completely. You won't have to worry about Trump ever being the president of the United States, because his time has come to an end. We did that on November 3rd, 2020, when we went to the polls and made our voices heard and our votes count. But he still has an obligation because he took an oath in which he has betrayed, because we had mail interference when he initially won. He should have never been taking the oath as a president. But we've had to endure that for the past 4 years. His term is basically almost up. Time to move forward. But at the end of the day, he has a responsibility to us, the American people. He has not spoken anything about the coronavirus. There's nothing that's been stated about maybe giving us, the American people, another stimulus check or things of that perspective. It's like he has been in hiding. Many journalists are on social media, Twitter, and things of that perspective, constantly reporting where there's been no activity from Trump. There's nothing on his schedule for public appearance. Only thing he's been doing is hiding out in the White House and golfing, and also having some of his friends like Lindsey Graham call various other officials, like Lindsey did for the state of Georgia, trying to get recounts of votes and things like that. It's just ridiculous that people are actually putting their long life, jeopardy of their careers on the line for a man that had no political experience, has not cared anything about the American people, just the Republican Party, just the people that's in his base and that supports him. A president is supposed to represent all of the people. That's what President-elect Biden has stated. He is the Democratic Party, but he will be the president for us, the people, regardless of what your political party is, regardless of what your gender may be, regardless of whether you're rich or poor, regardless of your race. He will be a president for all of us, and that's what it should be. Representation for all of us, and the best representation to move our country forward and continue to grow and prosper. Everybody worries about the economy, but if we would come together as we should as a people, we wouldn't have these various problems. It's sad that you have grown adults that are privately congratulating President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Harris, but they can't do that openly. That is a coward. That is someone that is spineless, and I'm glad I'm not associated with anyone, because if I had a husband or even a wife, because we have women that are in Congress too, it's just sad that they have lost integrity, they have no morals, they have no values, they have sold their souls to the devil, in my opinion, because they are allowing Trump to basically just take our country down the drain with him, and that's not something we're going to stand back and allow. And we're not going to forget, as the years progress, the enablers of the Republican Party, because they have been cowards and they have been spineless to this man that should have never been in the White House. They should have removed him when he got impeached by the House of Representatives, but no, they chose to let him remain, and we got what we're still currently dealing with, where a man sits and hides and sulks and won't even express or talk about the current pandemic that we are facing as Americans. He goes to play golf. It doesn't worry him or concern him that we have lost over 240,000 Americans. He could care less. That's why I don't understand, other than when you're the same kind. When you're the same kind, you do what he does. And what these cowards and spineless adults are doing, you enable this. You support this type of person. I'm glad to know I'm not like that. I have a soul. I have integrity. And it would be nice if the Republican Congress would get a backbone and not support this. I mean, they're adults. Trump is not their dad. Trump is the father of 5 kids. Don Jr., Ivanka, Eric, Tiffany, and Barron. Not to the Republican Congress, so they don't have to feel like they're going against their dad and they can't speak up. And even to your parents, there's a way to do it respectfully. Just have a backbone. Like I said, I'm glad I don't have a husband or a father or a brother or uncle or grandfather or a friend that supports Donald J. Trump, or a mother, a wife, a sister, a daughter, a niece, especially women. Come on, women. Let's have some pride about ourselves. Men often don't give us that respect, but if you don't respect yourself, no one else will either. The late Barbara Bush said it best. I do not see how any woman can vote support Donald Trump, but I know many suburban white women have to follow along to what their husband says. They don't have a voice of their own. They have to let their husband speak. They back in the 30s and before my time, where women kept their mouth closed. Come on, women. Many of you are serving in our United States Congress. Come on. If the men won't have a backbone, you can do it. We got Vice President-elect Kamala Harris being the first woman of color that has broken many barriers. As she has stated, she has been the first of many opportunities, but she will not be the last. This will be your chance to speak up as women, and women that can unite, come together. And it's okay to say we lost the election, but we're going to welcome and support President-elect Joe Biden, Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. These are our colleagues. Both have worked. Vice President-elect, currently a United States Senator. Vice President Biden, now President-elect, years and years in the political arena and not given the due respect by fellow colleagues that have worked with him, know him for the real man of character, the man of leadership, the man of integrity, a man that many of them need to try to aspire to be. At least he's willing to stand up for what's right and not be in a back closet somewhere tucked with his head down. It's sad. And it's just heartbreaking. So I'm calling this crap out. Man up. If you want to be a man, man up. And if you're going to be a woman, be a woman. Have some dignity. Have some respect. Because many of you have sold your soul to and for Trump. Just know when it's your time to go home, it's in hell along with Trump, that you will lift up your eyes. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. We need to move forward as a people together, regardless of political parties, regardless of race, regardless of genders or any of that. Just come together. We are in a pandemic. And the pandemic don't know if you're black or if you're white or if you're a woman or if you're a man or if you're a Republican, Democrat, Independent. It doesn't know that. It has no respect of person. It's just a disease that has come to kill and have already killed over 240,000 Americans alone, just in our country of the United States and many other countries around the world. It's not worth it. So I came on. It's been a few days since I have spoken with you. I just wanted to come on and talk about what we're currently doing and what we're currently facing, that we need to come together. We need to come together as a people and accept the new administration and to be positive and help work with them to move our country forward. Hopefully that we can soon get a stimulus package, and if they have to shut down the economy again, we just have to accept that. It's not going to be forever, but we need to do what we need to do to stay safe. That's what's important. Staying safe. Our family, our friends, you, me, everyone. Preparing, like I said, it's 62 days left. The countdown is on. We're 1 week away from the Thanksgiving holidays. That would be different. So I would ask every day, if you go out to the public, please wear a mask. Please wash your hands as much as possible. Please make sure that you practice social distancing, staying 6 feet apart. And let's just try to be more kinder to one another. That's what we really need in this world today. We are in a pandemic. Don't know how much longer we will have to be in this pandemic. But it can be so much better if we be just a little kinder to one another. Respect one another. And as my shirt says again, faith will get you everywhere. A virus will keep you in the home. So if we really want to be able to get back to norm, not anytime soon, but if we really want to be able to get back to norm, the normal life routine that we were so accustomed to and basically took for granted, we got to do what it takes right now, which means this Thanksgiving holiday, please, if you do not travel, do not have a large number of family and friends over, make sure you wear a mask, make sure you wash your hands, make sure you practice social distancing, and most of all, let's be kinder to one another. Thank you so much. If you don't mind, please subscribe, please like, please share any or all of my YouTube channel videos. I can only build this platform with your help. If you feel comfortable, let's get a conversation started in the comment section. I welcome your comments and feedback. I am Lamarsha Lewis. Let's talk.